cups of champagne, purple 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 cups of champagne, champagne, champagne.
You check your fucking Safari history. It's different. You know, you ready
even
to
then,
roll.
even then, dog, it's not delete. You know, I'm real Joe.
I use the private function. Nigga. Fuck
Me
that
too.
shit.
You know, funny. My boy got my phone one time and opened the private. For real, he grabbed the phone, opened the private. He's like, "You definitely watch porno, like all day. You definitely watch a lot of porn. You're always prepared, you know."
Yo,
like, yes.
Right before I go to bed after jerking off, I'm like,
Johnny,
out of the private,
Johnny.
out of the private.
Nah, dog, I'm sloppy with it, man. There's been times I left it open. I'm like, thank God. I'm like really lucky I didn't get some on my phone. Man.
I got this crazy fear that for one reason or another, like my phone the screen won't close.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So then I'm over here like a dickhead, and everybody just sees old lady porn. I'm like, you're not catching me on that shit.
Nah, but you openly admit it, but you're not gonna catch you on it.
Exactly.
Whatever.
I openly admit it, but it's different when you see it. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's a fact.
oh, he's not joking.
You know how many people I tell that to? I'm like, he's not joking about the grandma thing.
They're like,
Yeah, they're like, no, that he's funny. I'm like, no, but the funniest thing about it is that he's not joking, right? They're just-
let me know. You ready to roll? Ladies
Yes,
and
sir,
ugly
yes,
men,
sir.
welcome to Purple Cups of Champagne. I'm your host, Handsome Guapavelli the Dawn, here with my cousin, my brother. You know what it is, Joshua.
Joshua Famous.
Yeah, Joshua Famous. Fat
throw it
Heat
back.
product.
That heat product. Oh, shit.
I said I wouldn't start like on a somber note. I don't like bringing shit up, especially with all the death going on and whatnot. But obviously, everybody's gonna see like, oh, Chetty's not here on set. I just wanna offer my condolences. He called me this morning to let me know his ferret passed away. It's been in the family for like 3 years, so his family is just really taking it hard. Prayers are with you guys.
Shout out to Chetty, man.
Yeah,
For real.
he'll be back
I'm
next week. And shout out to Furry the Ferret.
Word.
I mean, it's crazy, especially all the death going around.
Nah, people laugh, you know, but like, you know how important, I say people, I mean me, but you know how important,
Yeah.
you know how important animals are.
3 years is not a drop in the bucket, dude.
Nah,
like,
it's a fact, no.
Fuck out of here.
You get attached, you know.
I'm just,
For sure.
I can't
man.
even think about
Remember
it. man.
Roxy?
Don't even come with that shit.
Was it Roxy?
It was Roxy,
Yo, I'm
motherfucker.
sorry. I'm about to make
Yo,
a-
Joshua lost my dog.
I did.
It was like, I was like 16 at
That's
the
a
time.
stain on my reputation as a good guy.
Yo, real.
No
You
matter.
understand?
I'm a good heart
I was so angry, and I kept looking for this dog, thinking she was like a little, what was she? A little white,
A Shih Tzu, man, right?
some shit.
It was a Shih Tzu.
I just kept imagining
It was
like
a Shih
big
Tzu.
dogs raping her in the street, like the craziest shit you could. I'm 16, I'm a
Johnny's
grown ass
stressed.
man,
Johnny's
putting
stressed.
up lost dog postings
That is true.
by the fucking Q66 on
That
Northern
is true,
Boulevard.
Yeah,
Uh,
I left the back door open. Pause.
you know, the funniest shit is, so when I got Roxy, I was like 14. And for one odd reason or another, I kept picturing when we were told we're going to get a dog. And I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, yo, and I'm going to teach her how to walk and how to talk.
You've told me that multiple times, son.
I would have like these crazy visions of me and this dog talking until I actually got her. And I remember thinking in my head, like, what kind of a fucking dumbass thought was this? I don't think it's
You
just
actually
like a
thought this shit was
baby.
going to happen, you know? That's
I
funny
was planning
shit.
on the dog talking. And I wasn't even a kid, man.
Yeah,
I'm fucking 14.
I'm not trying to
dude.
justify it.
What?
People really believe shit like that, like just in the back of their mind sometimes. You know,
No,
I don't think at this age. I'm just saying, like when we're younger and shit.
I talked to
definitely think-
Pierre, and I know Pierre understands,
Yeah, yeah.
but he's not gonna
Nah, I'm
fucking
not saying
talk
that.
back.
I'm just saying, like, you know, you just think things are gonna work a certain way from a distance. You know, that's some funny
Oh,
shit though.
man.
Yo, let me pop this real quick.
No, that's not it. That's not prop. This guy, and actually, yo, you're a dick.
Am I the dick or are you the dick?
All right, I'm gonna have to cut this part out. That is not a prop. I actually brought Joshy something special. A little Ommegang 3 philosophers.
Nice,
We're gonna
nice.
switch the game
Good
up.
shit.
Even nicer is I was gonna drink this bottle by myself.
It is.
Because again, you see no cast members except for us two are here. But there was a point. Joshy is a new dad. Jonah's draining him.
Yes.
Little baby Pisces. You know what it is. We control the world, so we think everything revolves around us. And I'm calling Josh. He ain't picking up. And I'm just in my head like, oh, I'm gonna drink this Ommegang.
Can you be honest? Were you angry at that moment? A
No.
little bit.
I'll be 100% honest. I wasn't. I actually had this whole. I was telling real before when I got here. I had this whole thing set up where I was gonna fucking wild out on camera and be like, I got no motherfucking friends. You gotta do shit dolo. Yeah, I was gonna like a 15-minute rant. I even had like little things to bring up about all my friends that are on the show. Other times where they betrayed me. And then I was gonna come back next week on some like, yo, we pieced it up type shit, just to show people that, yo, beef is dumb, man. Especially if you look at everything going on this year.
Yeah.
All the deaths, people, fucking coronavirus killing people left and right. It's just a lot of shit, man. Like, so really, I was gonna be tight because people couldn't make it to a podcast. Oh shit, that was quick. 3 Philosophers, made by Ommegang, one of the best breweries in all of New York.
Yes,
Enjoy
Cooperstown.
Now, the real important shit about this is a 2016 bottle. So it's aged 4 years. You're not supposed to age it over 3 years. I don't follow rules. But this was, because I had a feeling it was going to be Joshy and I alone.
Yeah.
And I said, what better than to share a nice
I
bottle
appreciate
of
that, man.
Ommegang,
I appreciate that.
especially Faid's favorite brewery, without Faid being here.
Well, I think it might be mine. I mean, I'm not well versed in a lot of breweries and stuff like that.
Doesn't matter, but you've always
with
mentioned
the
it.
limited amount that I know, yeah, Ommegang's been my favorite for a long time. They used to do the Game of Thrones beer, so a lot of people may
drink
know
beer?
them from that.
Yeah. Give it to real.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like, give it to real now.
No, that's all good. No, yeah, but Ommegang, like I said, in Cooperstown, Baseball Hall of Fame, by the way, out there and shit.
This shit right here. Oh, you went, right?
I went briefly with you, man. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. Yo, we almost got killed by a deer.
Yeah, we did. That was when we drove in a Prius.
Yeah,
when
we
you were
were
doing
in
the
a
car
Prius.
swap, you weren't supposed to be with anybody, but now I let the whole world know that you.
Nah,
do
it was
car
my
swaps.
ex, my girl at the time, my ex now, Killer. She was there. It was this fat Ecuadorian dude, Gallo.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
driving the other car, and we was just like driving back, not paying attention. He's like, "Oh shit!" and he's like almost killing us and shit. We hit a deer. Cheers.
Salute.
Sex, drugs, and videotape.
But we passed through.
Jesus Christ, this is nutty.
Tastes good.
Oh my God, this is great.
I like it. Yeah, a lot.
Wow, this is amazing. I actually thought this shit was gonna be so bitter and fucked up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I said, yo, a 4-year aged beer, that's not heard of. This
and,
isn't like
to be real
wine.
with you, I mean, I don't know, but it does. I'm gonna assume that you probably didn't age it the right way. Like you probably didn't
No, I
age
did.
it. You did?
That shit, that's one thing. It was always, so the proper way to age it is keep it in a cool place, dark place.
Yeah, exactly,
And
yeah.
that is my closet, where there's probably like 4 more bottles of this shit because I used to just bag them every time when I was working at Union Beer.
No, it's supposed to be like in a closet, like a cool closet.
I got
almost,
Dogfish Head 120 IPA. I got 2 bottles from 2017. Like, I got a collection, man. Union Beer. I love you guys. I'm never going back. Let's see what we're talking about this week. Let's talk about COVID. Since we are talking about COVID, let's talk about the vaccine that Joshy's team is promoting on us. Huh?
So obviously, we know what team you're on.
Damn
If
right,
that's not-
Kanye to the. He don't believe
birthday
in no
party.
fucking vaccine. He believe in Jesus. Birthday
party.
party. What up?
Okay, so what do I feel about the vaccine? You heard it's it's 95% effective. I think they say between 90 and 95. I heard both numbers, but lately they're saying 95% effective.
That's good.
No, it's great.
I think that's
from both
great.
sides they're saying that. I'm just saying.
I just don't.
You heard from both sides they're saying that. It's not like
No.
Yeah.
It's because it's same companies, guys. Let's be serious.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I just want to make that clear. You know.
There's just a lot of shit that I don't like. Obviously, I don't know anything about other vaccines, right? And now I'm looking at this one, and they're showing ingredients in it, and some ingredients in that, if you're into that type of shit, are from fetus, right? So I don't know if that's an issue or not, because I want stem cells. Like, if somebody's gonna tell me I'm gonna live an extra 20 years, and I take little stem cells from dead babies, put that shit in me. Let's make it rock. The baby's dead. I didn't kill it. It most likely was stillborn. If they pulled that out of somebody's stomach and I don't know about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
don't make it right, but it don't make it something I know about. So,
That's the bottom line.
yeah, with the vaccines, and I'm not on that crazy train where everybody's like, nah, let them take it first. I just don't want it.
Yeah.
Like, I got the antibodies. Fuck you think I need with a vaccine?
Well, I think the antibodies only are temporary.
That's where they're wrong. So, my first
I said I
test-
think.
No, but
Okay,
they're
okay,
wrong.
okay.
'Cause many people tell me that.
Okay, yeah.
You know.
Like 6 months or something like that. They say.
And it could be.
Yeah,
in
you're
certain
right.
individuals.
You're right,
Because that's
yeah.
one thing Aubrey was explaining to me. It could be in certain individuals where, like, all right, so May 11th, I got the test done, so did my sister. Heidi was at 2.4, and I was at 6.4. I had a high concentration of the antibodies. When I got checked again, which was the end of October, I was still at 6.2. So they're still just circulating in my system. I don't know if that's due to the way I eat. I don't know if that's due to my immune system, period. But I'm antibody Johnny.
Like, damn, I was waiting to say it.
I'm chilling.
That's such an ill nickname.
My name works for everything, man.
Shit was funny as hell when you said that last time, man.
So yeah, I don't think if they're gonna make it a forced thing, right? Because that's their whole shit. Like you see what's going on now. They're trying to make us not celebrate Thanksgiving or not do all these things. I get it to an extent, right? Because realistically, if my family wants to meet up together and die together, let's rock and roll, right? So I get it. Like, stop other gatherings, but you can't tell a family, yo, you got a 2-hour limit. Because, what, in 2 hours we're not going to catch the COVID?
Yeah.
You know how these regulations don't make sense?
Well, I get that. But then again, at the same time, there has to be some regulations. And regulations are going to be a blanket idea just to kind of, and I tell people all the time, it's not about how deadly the virus is. I mean, it is. That is a factor. It's more deadly than the flu because people compare it to the flu or whatever. But, like, even aside from that, though, it's really not about that. It's more so about how contagious it would be if one person got it and brought it back to their home. You know what I mean? Or how contagious and what would happen to the healthcare system and people getting help and medicine and everything and supplies, everything, if everyone just got it in one shot, like
Contagion.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, I didn't see it. I know about it, though.
But
and a lot of people, it got popular during COVID because of that, because it's similar.
Yo, they started, that shit was like so set up, man. They literally started airing that shit 3 days into the fucking quarantine.
Who wouldn't?
What in the fuck?
If you had that shit, if you were sitting on that kind of movie, you'd be like, yo,
if you were part of the deep state and you own Netflix.
Maybe. Possibly. Yo. This guy used a lot of keywords, man. You use a lot use a lot of left-wing keywords. I'm right-wing keywords, man.
I'm just saying,
deep
man.
State.
Well, no. The right wing wants to claim that the deep state is after Trump. The left wing wants to claim that deep state doesn't exist. I'm not with anybody's.
No, I'm with you on that, though.
You know
and that's what I tell people all the time. I think I've said this on the show a lot of times, probably. There's a difference between, standard established Democrats and progressive Democrats and stuff like that. Like nowadays, Democrats, people don't understand that there's not just one left, and they call them the radical left in a way. So they're trying to like belittle it, whatever. But like, we also don't. That's why I said if Bernie had ran, he would probably be a lot better than Biden, because he appeals to the same people that appeal to Trump, being that he's outside the system and shit like that. You know what I mean?
And he's Jewish.
No, not the Jewish thing. Like people don't like. They feel like there's a deep state
because he's
from both
not
sides.
They feel like Bernie's not a real Democrat.
Exactly. He's not somebody who he didn't. Wash my one hand, wash the other type politics.
No, he's socialist.
And shit like that. Exactly. Well, aside from socialist, he's always been about what he's been about, and he also really believes in these people are just really here just to wash each other, wash each other's back, basically, or whatever.
But that's why
protect each other.
As silly as people may see it, that's why I promote shit like the birthday party.
Yeah.
Not because of the actual birthday party.
No, and I agree with.
Yeah.
I understand your
because
logic in
it's
that.
what will wake us up to like, yo, none of these
the two-party
factions
thing
are,
and all of this
are
shit.
working.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Realistically, it's so stupid to be so, and it's stupid. I don't know the way of saying it, to be so far on one side and so far on the other side. Like, it don't make no sense. Not in these days and times. It made sense in the time of Moses. Like now, no, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you gotta understand there is a middle ground. Like, I'm not a Republican, but I also don't champion abortion. I'm not a Republican,
and I agree with that.
And I don't want to have everybody follow a Christian state.
No, they basically everyone bought into accepting that they fall into a two-party system.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Except
but that's what I'm trying to tell you
mold.
right now. That's why, to me, radical left isn't even technically radical left.
No.
Some people are, because some people do follow like the technical leftist progressive agenda wholeheartedly. But like what you're saying right now, there's some people who, and I respect that. Some people who, they're so against abortion, but at the same time they have progressive ideas, whatever. Like, there's going to be a lot of gray area in that, basically.
Well, look at Biden. Biden claims to be Catholic.
Yeah.
Right. As a Catholic, you need to be a Republican. But he's on the shifty, lifty side. Like, nah.
Because I'll tell you one reason.
Because you should be.
No. Not only because of that. And it's one thing that I hate about standard established politics. I'm not even going to say Democrats. Is pandering, man. That's why. And when I see that shit, I'm like, yo, you're trying to get to every group. you know that Trump got the Republicans. So now what you're trying to do is say prayers and shit like that when you get accepted as, or it's well, not accepted, but you got you had like an acceptance speech almost in a way. And yeah, so you started saying things about religion, and I took it as, maybe you are religious for sure, but I take it as typically just established Democrats, established politicians, they'll try to pander to different crowds, and they're trying to get back, I guess, conservative votes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Listen, man.
And that's a joke to me. Just be who you are, in a way.
Well, you can't and be part of this political system, and that's the biggest issue. You can't just be who you are and be. You have to, unfortunately, and I hate saying because of the powers that be, but because of the powers that be, pick a side. Pick who you're gonna fuck with. That's kind of one reason.
That's what people feel like.
I was big
ultimately you
Bloomberg.
do. Yeah, ultimately you do.
Yeah.
Ultimately you do when you vote or whatever. If you vote, whatever. But for you to stand up and say, "Yo, I voted for whatever," or like what we talk about all the time, all of us. The rest of the guys are not here. Shout out to those guys, Edgar.
No shout out.
Chetty,
Nah, just kidding, man. Everybody had a reason for the treason. Season. So silly of me.
Freudian slip. Nah, so
purple cup and champagne.
No, but I think a lot of us we see politics that way. We just claim we're on a side because, like I said, they've done it a way where we self-proclaim like, oh, we're on the left or the right side.
I was a Democrat growing up.
But a lot of people don't. If you really break down when we talk about our politics and what we believe in, we're probably not just
I can't
it's not so clear.
I cannot be.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not a fucking Republican.
And most people aren't. I just want most people to admit that, and that would make people closer. Bring people closer. If people were just like, I'm this side, but I also don't believe in this and that. It would bring people closer.
I mean, if they had a capitalist party, I'd be a part of that. 100%. I'm all about money over life. I have been and always will be. Survival of the fittest is why, let's say with this vaccine, all this stuff, I'm kind of like, yo, let die who's gonna die. Like,
I think you watch too much movies, man.
No, realistically, throughout time, viruses and all these things have taken place to get rid of the weak. The strong have survived. That's how this human being that is here now survived. Obviously, now we have the brain to adapt and to create technology, create medicines and whatnot. But to what extent? Yeah. Like, to the extent of, like, just keeping everybody at home, let things fall apart, implement things that might work toward them controlling you.
I think black and white, you're right. And looking back on it, you're right. Like, But I think that
it's the thing. It's not humans, right or wrong either.
Compassion,
yeah,
and all those kind of things.
Right or wrong
when
it's talking about life.
There's a balance of all those things. It's a mixture of all of those things, But, so if the vaccine comes out, right, no. You say you're not taking it at all, right? 100%?
My daughter's not getting it. I'm not getting it. If they tell me anything like she can't be in the system, I guess we out of the motherfucking system, man. That's why I'm chasing money. Because
do you think that, just out of curiosity, is that because you think that the vaccine doesn't work, you're anti-vaccine, or because you think it's, like, just, what are your...
I'm just a rebel. I'm not with anybody trying to force me to do certain things. It bothers me. Yeah. I think it should be a free choice. Like, if we're in the land of the free, right? We're in a democracy. If I want to die, let me die. Yeah. Right?
But I don't think it's only... I get it, and I think that people our age is probably a little bit, like, different for us or whatever, but especially for, like, your daughter. She's a little bit older than my son, so I'm a little probably more worried about him than...
Don't give him the vaccine yet.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about worried about the virus, worried about everything. Just his body, his immune system. But whatever. But when we talk about us, it's one thing, but we talk about the threat that killing other people, of older people in our family or younger people. And I know that so basically you're saying, like, it is what it is, basically, in a way.
If mommy has to die, it's death time.
Well, that's one thing I was telling, actually, my grandmother, which...
if Tia has to die,
she was telling me about the vaccine, and she's like, listen, if it comes out, I'm taking it. I don't care what anybody says about it.
My mother do.
And I'm like, yo, 100,000%, I get it.
Mom's like, load me up.
What the fuck?
But she's always gotten the flu vaccine. So
but not only that, what the fuck do you have to lose? Like, that, you know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, of course you're gonna take the vaccine at that point.
I told Mom, if they're offering the right amount of money, just take it. I guess,
you're fucking...
if you survive, we did it. If you don't, we're paid. Life still has a positive. You always got to find a positive in every situation. As bad as it is, you could lose your ferret today and buy a dog tomorrow. No matter what happens in life, there's got to be. And not that it's hard, especially if I think about, like, fucking Freeway and Eskino. They lost grown-ass men's son. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to tell a parent that just lost their kid? Yeah. Like, yo, there has to be a purpose to it. That shit sounds like the craziest shit you could tell anybody. But in all reality, it is. There has to be. And not there has to be because that's how it cosmically works. Yeah. But because what are you going to do? Just quitting on everything, like looking at shit like that's it, it's done. Like you got other family. Unfortunately, I hate saying that. I have a daughter. I have one kid. I lose my kid, I'm done. Like take me off of this earth. That's how I think.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'll be when that shit happens, if it happens. God forbid.
But did you see what happened in
Mo 3?
No, I think it was. Nah, that's interesting though. But
It's crazy just getting shot and killed.
yeah, no, just interesting for you to just completely just go into.
I've been thinking about death a lot.
Word. I was gonna talk about I think Singapore or Tokyo or something. I don't know.
No.
That's really racist of me. Just two completely different. Whatever. Maybe not. It's not.
No, it's not fully racist.
Yeah, exactly. One of those places, I think that they.
You can be moderately racist.
Hey, listen, man. I'm ignorant about their fucking culture. What's wrong with me? I mean, there's nothing wrong. You know, not
You're
trying to be
admitted,
racist.
though. Yeah. Most people will be like, "Oh, I didn't get it wrong.
Yeah,
I said it wrong."
No,
Like,
listen,
nah, I don't
know.
understand it
Yeah,
still.
exactly. But in one of those places, they quarantine supposedly. You can say supposedly about like almost anything.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, because especially exactly.
I'll give you a good story of that about Jabron, but keep on.
But over there, they quarantined supposedly really well for a good amount of time, whatever. Now they're like all out because they haven't had a positive test like in a lot of months. So now they're out being able to celebrate, do their thing. Because
Wasn't that Iceland?
No, that was like literally a couple of days ago they came out. Cause I know that story that came out months ago and shit like that too. But like a couple of days ago, they were like, no, these people had it locked down the whole time type shit. And now they're like actually going out and doing whatever the fuck they want.
They're also all fucking farmers. So they don't depend on a real economy.
You don't even know where I'm talking about. And you know
if
they're
it's
farmers.
Tokyo, anybody, they got
They're
rice paddies.
farmers,
Like,
son.
what do you want me to tell
Johnny,
you?
Get the
They
fuck
definitely
out of here.
don't
They
have
were
a
at
real
a fucking
economy.
concert, nigga. They're
A concert for
they definitely not farmers. 200, like fucking crazy big screen.
Nah, there's no way.
200,000 people outside.
Let's find out how
festival.
their economy's doing. The economy ain't ours. I tell you that much.
The economy could be doing. I get that.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the thing. The debate basically boils down to some people believe that for the big picture, even you need to make the real sacrifice. Right? Like really, like in sports teams, you really feel like you really have to give into a rebuild, and some people don't really do that. So it's kind of like that. Like some people half-ass it. So you want to keep half-assing
the Knicks.
the lockdown. Yeah, exactly. You keep half-assing the lockdown and shit like that, then we're not really going to solve. It actually makes the problem, way bigger. The economy way worse. Instead of just absolutely doing it right the first time.
So you believe, let's say, March 13th, Trump would have said, "Yo, what's up, Senate? We're closing everything down for the next 4 months." Would have been better in a sense. Like, I mean, obviously you can't guess, but would it have been better just everybody shut down? We'd be a little bit further.
I don't know if March 13th, but for sure he didn't ever say we're shutting things down.
Never, no.
Exactly. He left it to the states, which I understand. I actually see both sides of the story with that, which is, the Republican-Democrat thing, giving states power versus the actual federal government. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, no, that actually is more democracy than what it would be if the president actually said.
No, 100%.
Exactly.
I'm saying yes.
Okay,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah,
That
exactly.
other shit is totalitarian government.
Exactly.
Like, no one.
Exactly.
Close, yeah.
Exactly. But then again, do you see the side of things where, do you understand or respect the side of things where if things were that serious and they're getting information from scientists to shut everything down, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a side of that where that might be an actual thing because all states ended up doing it no matter what side of the coin they fell on. And I agree that
one way or another. They did it, yeah.
Exactly. That's why no matter what side they fell on, everywhere in the world. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I feel like, in a way, it's not only or just let people, I guess, the way you feel about it, I guess.
Let people die?
Not necessarily let people die, but I guess there was ways to do things better. You know what I mean? There's ways that if he had absolute leadership in a way, there's an argument to say that, yeah, if there was totalitarian, like you say, authority in that moment, that he shut things down, that people would have been saved, yeah. And there's not only that, there's things that factually that he did. I mean, and not to even, like I told you, I don't like to just
we're getting too deep
on
on this.
Yeah, I don't want to pile on Trump either, shit like that, but.
Let's get on a lighter subject.
Jeremiah got COVID.
Yeah. That's mad light. Especially everybody's posting like he's about to die.
Yeah, nah, it's sad.
Nah, that shit is kind of confusing, but I think they said it's due to poor liver function. He just naturally has a poor liver. Because you see, like, what was Fred the Godson passed away from that shit.
Word, man. R.I.P. Fred the Godson, man.
People forget. I remember because DJ K Slay got this video.
sad,
it's
man.
called 50 Rappers. Yo, shit's like 16 minutes long, but it's dope. AZ's in there. The Locks. Royce. Fucking sick lineup, man. Sauce Money,
Nice.
like everybody you could think of that you thought was dead is just coming on there spitting bars. And then Fred the Godson has a verse on there. And he was like footage of his, and I'm like, damn, I forgot about Fred.
Yeah, Fred was nasty. I was gonna make fun of him right now, but I just
we can make fun of him. He was ugly.
Nah, nothing to do with that at all, dog.
Oh.
What the fuck?
No, I'm just saying he was real ugly, but he had a good heart. Everybody said he had a good heart. He was like a big teddy bear with a big head.
Nah, he was a good dude. I told you I've bumped into him a lot of times in the club and shit.
Stunting, man. This nigga's
Nah, for real, I'm
stunting.
serious.
So Josh used to be a big guy in the business, man. He was at the club every night.
Nah, Johnny, I kept it real subtle. Actually, I just had bumped into him a couple times, and then I didn't really.
Josh used to own amnesia.
No, that's not true.
You guys
at
remember
all.
back in 2013?
Yeah, 2013. I'm gonna be one of those guys.
Yeah. Fucking Bloomberg. Actually, let's talk about Bloomberg. Bloomberg is the reason your dad didn't get renewed lease.
Yes, I know.
Let's not get into that, but let's get into that. Politicians like Cuomo doing shit that makes their pockets
All
stack
politicians,
up.
man.
All of them, of course, 100%, especially Biden.
Nah, but let's get back to the thing. Jeremiah, I feel like it's kind of crazy. Like if he were to something were to happen, I hope not. Obviously, I think he's doing better. They said. I think 50 came out and spoke about him. Chance came out and spoke about him. As far as I know, Hitmaker came out and spoke about him. But he's like he's definitely not the highest. Definitely not the highest because you got fucking Tom Hanks and people like that who had COVID. But in the music industry, would he be one of the
I don't know.
highest?
Because
profile
Westside
people?
Gunn said he had it.
Yeah, Westside Gun's pretty big now.
Yeah, but he was talking about it. He literally almost died.
Yeah, it was bad.
Budden had it. Budden would be the highest one to have it, realistically. Budden is probably the biggest person in hip hop right now. Like we kind of predicted he'd be back in 2000.
When we were visiting the website, asking
JoeBudden.com, fucking message boards. June 10th, 2003. I remember we went to Circuit City, right there in College Point, to pick up that album.
Word.
Man, we were
Self-titled.
so amped. Pump it up. Let's not talk about him.
Word.
Anyway, real, can you give me the next screen? What was it? Oh, forgot about this. So Gucci versus Jeezy. Nah, I'm gonna be straight up. I'm looking at the fucking screen. I'm looking at the topics.
That don't matter.
I'm not gonna bullshit
Yo,
you. Chetty's better at those segues.
That's a fact.
Like, speaking of, and all that fake shit.
Yo, can I first say that I didn't know that
Gucci?
Jeezy, that they squashed their beef.
They didn't.
This is how they're squashing it.
I believe so. Because just a couple weeks back, T.I. and Jeezy were talking
I'm always
about
scared to even say shit like that because I'm like, I'm going to sound like a real idiot right now. They're like, yeah, they squashed it like a year ago, man. Where you been?
Nah, because T.I. and Jeezy were talking about something along that line on Expeditiously, whatever this guy's show is.
Expeditiously.
Oh, that's what it's called? Shit is garbage.
I hate when people do shit like that. But
I know. Like, he just wants people to know he uses big words. We seen you in the
No,
movies.
it became what it is, it became a meme when he told whatever somebody fix it expeditiously.
That's what it was?
Yeah. It was Kodak Black was trying
Kodak Black don't know what that word
he
means.
he was trying to kick it to
T.I.'s daughter?
no, somebody who died. Who died and it was their wife.
Oh.
La Tentacion.
Nah, it was Kobe's wife. It was recently,
Nah, it wasn't Kobe's
wasn't
wife. It wasn't Kobe's wife. It was somebody big though.
He was shooting a shot at somebody's widow. I totally forgot.
Nah, I'm gonna remember that. That's
What?
really bad for me to. But anyway, he told Kodak Black, "Yo, you better." Nipsey.
Expeditiously. Oh, it was at Lauren London.
Lauren,
I don't
yeah.
blame him though.
Yeah.
She
Johnny,
been,
it was.
Yeah, she been my bag since
Johnny.
Nunu.
It was the next day, 2 days later.
You think Kodak and Nipsey had any type of relationship?
Don't do that shit, man. Don't do. They're all in the industry, bro.
Do you think they
Have
had,
respect.
You think he even saw him?
Have respect, man. And you sound real Dominican right now, bro.
I'm just saying. When all is said and done,
You sound real.
I don't know
Dominican
him.
right now,
He
man.
probably didn't even know that Lauren London was Nipsey's
Johnny.
girl, man. He just sees her like putting posts up like, "Yo, I can make you feel good."
Well, I'm letting you
Like,
know
damn,
right
she
now.
a crazy fan. Yo, she a star, and she's behind this guy.
And he didn't apologize after he found out, which I get it because you wouldn't either. I get it. I know you.
Especially if somebody tell me to do it expeditiously.
Yeah, word. And that's the thing that he did it like that, and people laughed about the fact that he said that, and then he made a whole podcast based on the word. And I hate shit like that.
Yeah.
But yes,
Well, I mean, taking that moment, claim to fame. Like,
it's corny though. But
it's
anyway,
super corny, but it's also T.I. His rap career has been done for a hot minute. I
That is
love
true.
T.I. songs. Like I said, if T.I. versus Jeezy, I'm probably picking T.I., but I know Jeezy would have laid him out. This Gucci and
I'm not
Jeezy
picking
shit.
T.I.
No, of course not,
Whatever.
man. Jeezy got hit after hit. Like, this don't make sense.
Yeah,
Personally. Just because of this aspect. Like, the way I look at it is like, yo, Gucci is that nigga down fucking in Atlanta, and maybe in that sound. But if you want to talk commercially, which is what this Verzuz usually is, it's not like just a bunch of people from their neighborhood like, yo, let's go at it. It's everybody and their mother chiming in.
Yeah.
You think that Gucci's going to be able to keep up with Jeezy? Jeezy got like Jay-Z on every song. Jeezy got Rick Ross records that go beyond that. Gucci got songs that I love.
He got some big records though.
Remember Lemonade?
Yeah, of course. Don't play.
If he
Gucci.
could use his verse
he got Wasted. He got Lemonade.
Wasted.
He got
the
some.
Verse,
he got
nigga.
the verse with Mario.
Girls that like buses.
Yeah,
I'm saying, like, if he could use those songs, cool.
He could. Why wouldn't he?
But he's not going. He's not going to be Jeezy, dude.
I feel you.
He got like a good 5
How about if he
rounds.
uses Abnormal? Abnormal.
He could use a lot of things. I
Mixtape
hope he
records.
uses me. I love that song.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But I'd be the only one like, oh, and everybody in Atlanta be like,
yeah.
yo, remember that?
I agree.
Cool.
I agree.
But Jeezy's gonna hit him with the Kanye shit, the shit. When
Put
Dope
On.
Boys here, they go crazy. The Jay-Z shit. He probably got like 3 Jay-Z songs in the tuck that are just that ill, right? So it's like, what do you do at that moment? What do you do when he brings the Akon song? Like, he got old shit
That's a fact.
that's gonna just betrothed that. Like,
Yeah.
it's tough.
Yeah, it's not a good match. And I agree with you that T.I. and Jeezy would have probably been a better match. I think it does matter
But
though
T.I. would've
in
been
the bigger
corny.
picture though. I think about this.
What?
Would people watch Jeezy and T.I. as much as they're gonna watch Jeezy and Gucci? Probably not. Just because of the
Rap fans know, but I think that's what I'm saying. Like, people that know just top 40 hits, they know T.I. for
top
Rihanna
40
and Justin
But
Timberlake.
even the top
shit.
40 people, they would still not tune into that Jeezy and T.I. battle because it's still not. Neither one of them are really cracking the.
Right now, yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is really for
No, you
rap
got a point.
fans.
Yeah.
Gucci and Jeezy is like actually it matters in that way. Like I said, the fact that
They started together.
they started together. Yes, exactly.
So who
I
plays
see.
that song?
So I see.
Who plays it? Because that's the shit that started the beef with them.
You think they're gonna be cool at the end of the verse, or they're gonna start kind of like
Nah, they're going to start with that song. They have to start with that. That song caused all the separation. 'Cause you got to remember, at the time, that was Gucci Mane's song featuring Jeezy.
Yeah.
But Jeezy was on. And Jeezy was like, yo, I'm going to use that shit for my album. And Gucci said, you fucking tripping. That ain't happening.
and then it
Threatened
happened.
him, killed his boy. A bunch
Yeah.
of crazy shit happened, allegedly.
No, he killed his
Um,
boy, but they were trying to rob him supposedly.
Who
That's
knows?
also allegedly.
That's all. Yeah. They tried to rob me. How you know? He was looking at me. He was going to rob me.
I'm just letting you know
Bang.
he beat the case. Or, he didn't beat the case, but he didn't
Nah,
really get in
he
that
didn't
much
do
trouble.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he got his clone to come out of jail, so
Exactly.
it all worked out for him. That Versus shit is just so corny now, though.
But you know what? Like
It's not a Versus anymore.
it's crazy, man, because you got to know when something has an expiration date. You know what's similar? Like I don't know if you remember when Versus was happening and it was like going crazy. I said, not to pat myself in the back, but I said,
IG DJs are gonna go out of style.
nah, I didn't say that. I said,
Oh.
I was like, watch this show be picked up by Apple and hosted by The Rock, right? I was like, yo, because that's what people do, dog. Like, look at that show, the fucking lip syncing show. Like, why is that show even a show still?
Which is that?
The show that I think
With
Jimmy
the puppet
Fallon
heads?
Jimmy Fallon used to do like some lip syncing battle with like an artist. He used to go on his show sometimes.
Oh my
yes,
God.
exactly. And then LL Cool J hosted the show, and it was like on Fuse or
Yo,
some on
LL
TV or
Cool J is the
whatever.
corniest of all time. I hate to say that, man, because he just controlled
We're
everything.
never gonna have one celebrity cosign on this podcast
definitely-
ever.
We should because of that reason. Like, if anything, LL Cool J just seek us out. Like, yo, you trying to diss me? Check out this hit record. I got a new verse that I did for Black Lives
He
Matter.
does not talk like that.
Oh, that's what he sounded like when he was spitting that verse. You
In
heard the
80s,
Black Lives
90s.
Matter verse?
Oh yeah. he did.
Oh my God. So you try to tell us that you're gonna take the freedom away. And I'm like, yo, son, did you miss a whole 2 decades? Did you just go from like 92 to 2020?
All my uncles sent me that video.
Yeah. I know Tito was hype.
He still got it.
He still got it. Nah, and he listen, not to be a full-blown dickhead.
I know.
He still does
Yo,
have
don't
it.
fuck up the joke, man.
If we were in that time. Like, the bars made sense. The flow didn't. I was so confused, man.
Listen, man. Some people
Yo, your
adapt.
pen is right. Be a
People don't.
ghostwriter, fam.
Yes, you can do that. Some people write, or some people adapt, some people don't.
Ghostwriter.
Most people don't.
I'm sure Meg Thee Stallion got a
Whatever it
ghostwriter.
You think so?
Yeah. That's the only way she got pulled into that GQ Rapper of the Year shit. This guy laughs. Josh shared with me earlier. Like, it really caught me off guard. I don't know if anybody... Listen, Meg Thee Stallion, dope, man. That you new kids, y'all like that vibey, wavy.
I like Meg
shit.
Thee Stallion, man.
Yeah. Like,
Yo, believe it or not,
she's fucking corny.
I have to
dude.
go back on my word of accepting female rappers and shit. So I like.
No, you can't. Because now you're gonna look at 3 different artists that you're just like they're popping, and then couple all these other stripper rappers into that shit. You can't do that. Like if you look at the girl you're obsessed with, Doja Cat.
She's nice,
right? Boom, you
talented.
take
Like,
Rhapsody.
not even like rapping wise.
No,
like,
she's
talented.
fucking nice.
Yeah,
like
she's in every way.
And I ignored her.
Flow-wise.
I remember I was like, nah,
Yeah.
she's like Dua Lipa or some shit because
dog,
of Janice.
She's so well-rounded, talented, crazy.
Son, when
crazy.
you played that shit to me, you're like, yo, listen to this. Listen to that. I'm like, oh
Dog,
shit, she's a
consistent.
Big Sean of female.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Big
Yeah.
Sean, what up, baby?
But she could do everything.
Yo,
She
Big
could
Sean,
sing,
Big Sean
she
should
could
sign
rap.
us, man. We should be like finally famous podcast.
Word up.
But yeah, so you can't couple her into this shit that Meg Thee Stallion does.
Yeah.
Meg Thee Stallion is corny. Cardi B is corny.
Okay, I don't disagree
It's-
with that. And
so-
to some extent, I think Meg Thee Stallion is. I don't know how much people write their music or whatever, but I think that she might be more talented than Cardi. But what am I doing? Splitting hairs? Like she's more talented than Cardi B. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever, man. No respect to none of them. They're making their money. They're doing their thing. But like, none of them are really
It's like,
something.
oh,
someone I'm
that
look-
midget is 38 inches
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's 40, so he's really not a
Yeah,
midget.
exactly. Like I'm really.
No.
It doesn't even matter
They're in
that
the
I'm
same
comparing
class,
these two.
dude.
Yeah, exactly. Once again, no offense
No
to
offense
female
to my
rap,
midget buddy, though.
but no
I have a
offense-
midget friend, Joey.
No.
Joey the gay midget.
No, I didn't even say no offense to them. I was like, no offense to female
Yeah.
rappers.
Forget about
Forget
the
the
midgets.
Forget the midgets.
They'll be
Fuck 'em.
tall one
Fuck 'em.
day.
Fuck them.
I didn't make him that way, you know?
Yo, I'm fucked up, man.
Yo,
I
God
have no
forbid.
consideration towards midgets,
Not even
man.
that. I'm expecting a second child right now.
Are you, man?
Yeah, man.
Don't fuck around, man.
Yeah, I am.
This guy plays too much game.
Nah,
Why
really
the
not.
fuck would you say that then?
With who? My hand,
Johnny. Yo,
Manuela y Soledad.
dog.
I hate this
Paul
life.
George got a stripper pregnant, man. You never know. I don't know what you be doing, dog.
Nah, I'm good.
He's
man.
with her now, though. He married her, actually.
Oh.
That's like a random topic throwing.
Nah, that's sweet. That's sweet. Like,
Yeah,
I was just listening to fucking.
Yo, wait. You want to hear
What?
something even crazier? I'm sorry, real
No,
quick.
no. What?
He was with Doc Rivers' daughter, while he cheated on her and got a stripper pregnant, and then he played for Doc Rivers last year,
That's not the crazy part. The crazy part,
And now he
gave
married
up
her.
the bag for a stripper.
and then he married her. Yeah, now he married her, and he was like, "Yo, I'm so happy, finally locked her up," type thing, like.
Yo, everybody could have locked up. That's the crazy shit to me, man. Like, I'd rather date ugly than date used. Like, you gotta be wildin', son. Like, I can't. My ego's too big. Like, my chick may be fucking fat and unibrowed or whatever the fuck's going on in her life, but the fact that nobody else really like touched her like that, or maybe like 2 or 3 guys gangbanged her, I'll be good with that. But the moment I'm like, oh, yo, that's Sally. Yo, everybody knows Sally in the hood, son. 24 shots. Like, what? She did what?
Johnny,
I can't live with that. Nah, it's true. Think about it.
Okay, fair. I hear you. I mean, you
This
know
guy
what?
been with the same girl for 17 years.
I wish I was. I wish you were a better man. I guess. I wish your ego was.
That doesn't make me a better man.
Think about it, man.
What?
If your ego was
I'm
in
taking
the way,
the fat chick nobody wants.
sure.
I'm giving her the chance that she's never had.
I
You're with
guess.
handsome, not with some random dude.
I guess.
I'm a fucking catch.
Dog, what you're talking about is something. You're giving her the chance only because of those factors.
Now you're getting into
That's what-
specifics.
Yeah. But look, wait. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to
My bad,
sidetrack.
my bad.
Your preference. And ugly or used.
Let's get back to the subject. Why the fuck is Meg Thee Stallion Rap of the Year? I know Rio was talking about it before. He said it was GQ magazine. But any magazine, there's no way. Like, what are they basing it on? And that's what I said in
It
the
doesn't
group
matter
chat.
though,
Because when Joshua mentioned that, my first reaction was something crazier. And then afterward, I'm like, yo, you know what? This is why I'm glad we got this little buffer, got it out the way. Because maybe I'm just thinking
disappointed we
differently.
did.
You know what it is? Maybe I'm not realizing what a rapper means today. Like, today, rapper is something totally different. It could be that. So that's why I'm like, yo, my bad.
But
maybe
you know what?
she is Rapper of the Year, even though she's
Even
not
if it was that,
near
then
it.
even if it is that, Lil Baby. Why
Yeah.
isn't he? He's been everywhere. That dude's been everywhere.
He's ugly.
Okay, but like it's clear that he's probably, if you're talking about like just
If I'm looking at their
popularity
standards,
and
It had to be a looks thing. Realistically. Looks and obviously what's going on.
honestly, exactly. It has to be what's going on with these times right now / popularity. Like, because honestly, even though Lil Baby's like, I think Meg Thee Stallion is probably bigger than Lil Baby because I just think that female rap is getting that big.
But she's not better.
She may not be better. I'm talking about straight popularity. And if you remember, actually, we were talking about Gucci before.
Yeah.
The way Gucci actually got on was in hottest new rappers. It wasn't even about him being nice. Remember?
Yeah.
It was about him being hot in Atlanta. So it does matter, like, that people look at, like, the hottest rapper rather than how nice you are or whatever. Like,
Well,
popularity,
also,
obviously.
The spot is open, and the one that is holding the spot at the moment, which is Cardi, gave you the cosign. Like, literally put you on her hit. You got Happy Feet after that. Got shot up. But I would blame that a little bit for the popularity of the song.
Was that?
That was right. That was before.
No, it was right before.
Yeah, it was right before.
Yeah, exactly.
Hence why Cardi ain't dumb. That song was probably fucking recorded 12 months before, just sitting on the shelf. She said, "Oh shit, yo, let's put this song out now, bitch."
Yeah, imagine how happy you must be knowing that. Like, yo, we about to fucking kill it right now.
100%.
For sure. Speaking about getting
Killed.
not killed, dog. Shot. What the fuck?
Oh shit, yeah, getting shot. My bad, man.
Another artist. Another artist has one of the best rappers.
That's a rapper.
Benny the Butcher.
Yeah. Benny the Butcher, that whole Griselda frame. And I hate to go so hard at that's a rapper and get excited.
You did get excited right now.
But I did because it's bar exchange, man.
yeah, not for sure.
Like if rap is about rap, like with words, right?
Yeah.
It's not about what the wave is. It's not, which they're part of a wave right now.
Yeah.
But a validated one, if I'm going to talk about rapper of the year.
No, it's something that I think it's a lasting one. If we listen to rap long enough.
Yeah.
You know? And that's the thing with rap. I think that's why when I talk to, and I wish he was here to talk about this, Diego. When we talk about rap and stuff like that, I think that maybe the younger generation hasn't heard rap long enough to have the acquired taste of rap sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like their ear, they think they're listening to rap. What they're listening to is what rappers did to make singles, but they don't understand rap. You know what I'm saying? Like their ear isn't trained for rap. You know what I mean?
They grew up on R and rap.
Exactly.
Realistically.
Exactly.
So you can't blame them in a sense, right? So if all you, like, we were forced to hear bars, right? So even when we got like the Bad Boy shit, we were a little excited about it.
Bad Boy. That was like my favorite group when I was a kid. So
you still had to rap on them labels.
Yeah.
You were on the fucking No More Money, More Problems. You were on all this shit, but rapping.
Bro, you're talking about the locks being, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, they were bubblegum, but like the locks were under them. Like that's how hard rap was before that. A label that had them was looked at, you know, as bubblegum and shit.
It had Biggie, son.
Yeah,
what else you gotta say? Exactly. Man? He made Machine Gun Funk like it. Like you had to.
Yeah.
Yo, damn man. I won't get back to Biggie because of last week and shit like that. But realistically, that's kind of what Benny the Butcher brings to the table. I think it's also a different time though. A conversation I had with E, where rappers can no longer let you know where they're at. Like this social media shit makes you such a bigger target. Like, you're out there doing a show. You're excited. Like, yo, which actually I found out afterward, Benny actually lives in Atlanta.
Okay.
For the time being in Westside Gunn's crib. Because Westside got, like, that motherfucker, I don't know where his money's coming from. He says it's rap and merch. I'm sorry, man.
Possibly not. Probably not.
I don't know.
Especially the rap style they talk about. And obviously they know what the fuck they talking about in detail. So.
Yeah, but they live out there.
Yeah.
Right? So that's how he got caught up.
Still in Buffalo, right?
They're Buffalo dudes.
Yeah, Buffalo. Still up there, right? They still live up there, I'm saying, right?
I would, he has home. That's one thing Westside Gunn was talking about. He's like, yo, we're in a time right now where everybody's trying to come up, right? And what's going on in the government and shit like that and the scarcity of money is making you even more of a target, right? So he's like, yo, the main place I'm careful is actually my hometown.
Yeah.
He's like, I got more protection when I get to Buffalo than I do anywhere else. Because that's where people drop the ball, so to speak. Like, it's like, I'm home, man. I run this neighborhood. Look at Chinks. Look at Stacks.
Dog.
Like,
how many rappers? Tentacion.
Like, they're killed in their backyard. So he's like, yo, that's where I'm the most watching out.
Recently, just to add to the names, King Von.
No, he was killed in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Right. Chicago dude. Yeah, I thought he was killed in Chicago. So many people dying.
Speaking of that shit, and that's what I was telling you earlier, Meek Mill. I don't know if you haven't heard it, but Meek came out, I think, last night and says, yo, like, everybody in Philly, like, we got to stop this shit. Okay. Like, we really got to stop.
He offered the rapper a deal.
Yeah, he said, yo, any rappers that really want to kill this shit and let go of this nonsense, I'm going to get you signed. We're going to get it moved. We're going to do this and that. And then two rappers, one from North Philly, one from South Philly, kind of came at him. And they were like, and that's where I'm kind of like, so I just want to ask your opinion. Their whole shit was like, yo, you don't even come back to the hood. And fuck that. How you telling us this when the beef that we have is typically because someone in my clique got killed. So I'm supposed to let my brother's death just go unavenged.
Yeah.
And when the dude said that to me, like I was like, fuck. I get Meek's side because I do get keeping the peace. But what would I do if my brother got shot up? You know what I mean? What if they killed you? Because you be in these streets heavy.
Yeah, word. That's a fact. Any day.
Yeah.
It can happen any day. You know, I'm just lucky to
wish
be
you
here
were
right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, word. But, you know, it's funny you say that. And, you know,
So
one of our favorite songs, Dying of Thirst, is funny because that's the end of the song is very interesting because it's about that. It's a dilemma, man. It's a dilemma in the hood that people don't really understand unless you really were part of it in some way. But anyway, I think that how can you let that go? Especially when somebody's younger and stuff like that. Like, how do you expect them to do the, you know what I mean? Like, people have to go through experiences in life, whether you want to or not. A lot of people, like in our age group or whatever, want to tell younger people how to live their life and try to avoid problems, you know, try to tell them things that could avoid problems for them. But a lot of times, we're not factoring how much they value, like, the factors in their life, let's say.
Diggy
You know what I'm saying?
and I had that conversation once.
Yeah.
Diggy, we were in a car once. This was when I was celibate for those 4 years. And Diggy, I forgot where I was taking him, some shit like that. And he's like, yo, let me ask you, because Jigs and Joshy say that you didn't have sex for like 4 years. If you had a choice, would you have stayed a virgin when you lost your virginity? I'm like, yeah, 100%. He's like, you wouldn't wait until marriage. I'm like, yeah, 100%. He's like, nah, nigga. So I'm like, why are you asking me this? He goes, you know, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, stay a virgin. He goes, so how are you gonna tell me to stay a virgin when you didn't? And it was like, but I seen, and this might sound crazy to people. My views have changed. I'm never getting married. I think it's kind of sick. No offense, real. No offense,
And Josh,
either.
the fuck?
Who doesn't have his wedding band?
Got
We
in the wedding
rolling
band.
dolo tonight, bitches. Yeah, because it used to make me uncomfortable. That's why I kind of felt. I thought you were part of me again. I'm like, oh, Joshy's back down with the clique.
They're like, real? Give me a funny ass look, dog. You look right here. Yeah.
Oh, you're another story.
I could see.
But I said it because I realized like a lot of the innocence that I lost due to that. Like, whereas before I view, it's different once you have it, right? So before that, everything was like, oh man, love, love, love. And then after losing my virginity, it was like, yo, who's next? Oh, I need some ass. Like, it was
I got
like
you, man.
going hard body.
Yeah.
So that's why I said that to him. So I go back to this. It's kind of like, their main shit is like, yo, Meek, all your music has been about fucking shooting people. But he doesn't have the right to see things differently now that he's older.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, there's a way where no one is wrong as well. You know what I mean? That's actually kind of a productive conversation for everyone to understand where people stand and respect it. You know?
Yeah.
And Meek is not wrong because of that, because he was also one of those kids for a long time. Lucky for him, he had a lot of mentors. Obviously, people see how Jay mentored him. Obviously, people see how Ross mentored him. You know what I mean? Like,
billionaire white dude that's on his corner.
oh, the dude. You talking about the owner of the Patriots, bro?
Oh, it's Kraft? Oh, fuck him, man. Fucking worst mentor you could have. Robert Kraft, cheesehead ass nigga. Anyway, sorry about
Yo,
that.
dog. You don't know how much I love.
Fuck Meek, man.
You don't know how much I love. You don't know how much I love when you look at me and I give you information like that.
Oh, because I didn't.
And I know that you don't know it.
I'm over here bigging him up.
Yeah,
dude.
and I know how
That's
much.
a no-go. Fuck the Patriots. Fuck everything in their existence. Tom Brady, your ass. You ain't going nowhere.
Nah,
You
he
a
looked pretty good
bum.
last week, but whatever.
Yeah,
That's
you a
different.
bum. Fuck your rings. 5 of them and shit. I'm a bitter Jets fan. Nah, life is painful, bro.
Nah, for now, but you know, whatever.
Yeah. We're gonna
So,
rebuild the stage.
so that shit threw everything. We got like
It
real
did.
depressed, you and I, real quick. Nah, but
We better win this week.
So yeah, I'm sorry. Where was I at right now?
I don't even know anymore.
Nah, come on.
I really don't.
Okay, yeah. So we talking about
Meek Mill is
yeah. No one's wrong.
influences.
No one's wrong in that situation. You know what I mean? Like Meek had a lot of mentors to get to where he's at right now.
He had a lot of boo boos, man. Like in and out of jail, dumb shit
and rightfully
happened to
so.
him.
If you try to mentor people who are in those kids' position, even if they want to be helped, that's going to be their initial reaction anyway. And you kind of got to, if it's worth it, you got to kind of keep pushing forward that. Like, yeah, I respect that, but let's get, let's figure out a good solution or whatever,
Because, like, I'm not going to have, like, you can't separate the music, right? Like, if I'm Meek, right, and I'm trying to make everybody be positive, and I hear a beat that's talking, like, I feel like that beat is about knocking people out, I'm still going to talk about it because that's what the beat is bringing out. I've been through that life.
Yeah.
You can't, I find it crazy how they're like, you making this kind of music, you should never talk about this shit. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Tupac has songs about
I disagree
your mom.
with that. I disagree with that. With not being able to. No, I disagree with the fact that people think you shouldn't talk about that. I think that you should talk about everything because I think that it helps people when you relate to their situation. And there's somebody living that. Whether you agree with it or not, there's someone living that. So just be real about it and just do real music and someone's going to relate to it, So I agree with there being every kind of music.
And that's his neighborhood. Like, yo, that's what you grew up seeing. Most of his life was not this life now.
Yeah.
Most of his life was watching his back. Most of his life was people getting shot. A lot of those crews are still his crews. Yeah. Did you see the movie?
No.
Or it's like
the
based
Meek
in
movie?
The Meek movie.
No.
Off the Hook. HBO Max. It's called like Chi some shit. It's like a story about some kid in Maryland, dirt bikes, and Meek is like the dude that went to prison and came out. Yeah, pretty much. Yo, but real dope film. I don't even know how I ended up seeing it. I hate the ending though.
But similarly, I don't know if you heard, but Obama this week.
Yeah.
Anything Obama says or any ex-president or whatever, Obama specifically, he's always
Obama's God.
Yeah, he's very relevant. But honestly, it is relevant in pop culture. Let's say that.
Yeah.
He said. He said. I was gonna say, but I'll save that for whatever. But Obama, he said, he criticized hip hop. He said, I realized in order for me to like accept that I listen to hip hop, I gotta accept the fact that I'm buying into a music that popularizes. And he went through the stereotypes of like bling and bitches and whatever.
He wants everybody to rap like Will Smith.
Listen, and
he wants sales to plummet.
Oh, wait. Here's the thing. I get it. I do get it. But I get like it's the same situation. The same thing I said before. I get both sides of it. Like it's art. You have to say people don't understand that. People want to control art. You cannot control art, no matter what the format is.
Yeah.
But I understand people who are in position to manage and actually put into play, I guess, things that can help humanity or society or whatever. I get how they would have criticisms about art form, let's say, and rap, and I get why it's about that because you know what I've said for a long time, and I hate to talk bad about rap, but rap is, let's say, negative in some ways towards overall society. For example, if you go around, and I said this because this is how I thought about it when I first came across it. Like if you go around and start rapping, speaking proper English and shit like that, that shit's just not gonna be cool.
B.O.B. did it.
Yeah, that's why he's B.O.B. That's why he's a Z100 rapper.
Nah, man. You know what the thing is, and this is because they'll back it up with like.
Now B.O.B.'s nice.
Yo, you can make music without having to talk about that stuff. Look at country. Look at pop. They find other, and that's cool because their backgrounds are very different than an inner city hood kid.
For sure.
But I also believe the reason why rap has been, pushed up so much and given is because of that. Because it still feeds the mentality of, yo, if you ain't doing nothing, you selling guns, you shooting. Why? That keeps us in prison.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I understand the push behind. That's why I do get it in a way. But I'm also, it's like when Father Rob used to try to get me to listen to Christian music. I'm not doing it.
Nah,
Christian
I feel you.
Like, because when I hear rap, the last thing, once in a while, I want to hear a positive song. I want to hear a joyful song. But for the most part, I want to hear aggression.
Yeah.
That's what rap is. It's why battling is battling.
Yeah.
Like, it just is what it is.
Yeah,
two country guys with their guitar can battle it out.
Yeah.
But what are you battling, dude? Like, oh.
But also, it's not like always hip. And that's the thing that hip hop has that reputation.
Hip hop started out in the dark.
It's not always about that. We were talking about Big Sean's album the other day, talking about Harder Than My Demons and shit like that. Like, those songs are very positive. It's almost a gospel record.
Well, he didn't. Honestly, he had no gun bang shoot him up on there.
He definitely didn't. He's a very positive rapper.
But that's his lane. And that's what people need to understand. So the beauty of hip hop is that it can stretch
For sure.
All over the place.
For sure.
You come out on a country song talking about shooting people, automatically they're like, what the fuck?
There's a different kind of country song now, but hip hop has every kind of, for sure.
Yeah, you can express yourself anyway. It's the closest thing to art there really is.
Yeah.
Whether it's seen that way or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Musically, I mean.
Yeah.
Because everything else has a structure where you're stuck in a certain thing, a certain format, what you're going to speak about. Picture like,
that's true.
I don't know, Justin Bieber talking about shooting
that's
people and shit. You'd be like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, it'll sound so stupid.
Yeah.
Yet, let's talk about Jeremiah. Jeremiah comes out talking about shooting people. It's not going to click with us. We'll be like, Jeremiah ain't no fucking shooter. But it's still
I
would make
actually
a
would
lot
think it's
more
ill
sense.
because when R&B does that flip and flop or hip hop does that, like
Fact
just
don't
generally
change,
speaking, And speaking of hip hop, today is the anniversary of Cube. You know that? Predator?
No, I actually didn't.
You know the album Predator?
No.
You don't know Predator?
After America's Most Wanted, I told you he got married and went soft. So I didn't really
Just talk
go
about
with
that, bro.
most of his shit.
Me and Real were talking about that before the show. He's like, that's one of my favorite albums, man. Wicked.
you guys are married.
Check yourself, right?
Married ass niggas find that shit dope. Oh,
Check-
Real's not married. He was once though.
Check yourself.
So he
way to
believes
make
in
it.
marriage.
Way to make it worse. Way to make it worse. You may as well just left it right there, man. Like, oh, word, my bad. That's
My
it.
bad.
Just-
No one's safe.
Hans was like, you see, that's my thing. That's my thing about
That's what I'm
that, man.
saying, man.
Nah, check yourself, right? I think check yourself's on that album, right?
Chickity, check yourself before you
but
really wreck yourself.
Today is a good day is on that album.
Yeah. Listen, it had hits, man.
Johnny, what
It
are you
did.
talking about? Yeah,
It had hits.
Hip hop. Today was a good day. Is like hip hop. Fucking
Yes,
Mount Rushmore
yes,
almost.
yes.
Honestly,
all the
it is.
Cocks love the song.
Johnny,
I
no,
understand.
Fuck
that.
the Cocks, bro.
And we do as well. That's
Yeah,
why it's so
exactly,
great. I'm not saying that. I just say he went from fighting the system and speaking on our behalf to like, let me dumb it down a little bit. I'm married.
You know
right
what?
now.
You know what?
Let
That's
me show
fair.
everybody
You know what? That's
enjoys
kind of fair because I know that Cube like through reputation. I won't say through reputation. I know him like listening back a little bit, but I know that's the Cube I know though because that's Cube. Remember, I'm like born 88, so like.
I was on the block in 88.
Check yourself and Wicked. I heard it afterwards and shit like that. But today was a good day. Was like one of my first Cube songs that I really like. Even like got attached to with Cube and shit like that. So therefore, that's the Cube I actually.
I'll tell you, I was listening to music already because of Yancey and because of Booby's Kids and shit when America's Most Wanted Cube was out.
Yeah.
But I wasn't digging him until this album. I gotta be honest. I was like, what?
So you're just talking shit.
Time, if that. No, I'm talking shit because now I realize he was married at that time,
Yeah.
and I'm able to go back and see the difference between those two. And I'm like,
This still has to do with that same
you went
topic
from
as
no
last week.
Vaseline to let me rub baby oil on your back? You a killer, son. You daddy daycare guy?
It doesn't mean that he's still not the no Vaseline guy.
Nah, he is.
He can still be dynamic and
Use the Vaseline with his wife.
Nah. Listen, that's their business, bro. That's their business, bro.
By the way, Vaseline in the ass is so disgusting.
Johnny, I'm good, dog.
Baby oil is a smoother transition, especially for finger fun. With women, obviously.
You'd have to allow open for interpretation there.
That's why I had to clean it up,
yeah,
man.
a little bit.
Matter of fact, I might chop this shit out.
Yeah.
I usually don't chop nothing out. I'm definitely
Johnny.
chopping that out. Nah, because somebody can use that shit against me in the
Nah,
future.
yo, he has a rule, bro. He has a
Yeah, the rule is I do whatever the fuck I
that.
want until we get an editor. All right, man. Yo, well, thanks a lot to Ice Cube, man. Great fucking album.
Word.
It
It was though.
was. Nah, it was. And Cube to me is, and we don't look at it that way, but he definitely started early on that pop transition from gangster rap to pop, making it acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Because
That is true.
it's the truth.
Yeah.
Without him, I don't think Doggy Style hits the way it hit. I don't think The Chronic hits the way it hits. You know what I'm saying? Like, he made it so that a song like that, like Today Was a Good Day, with that good vibe, you know what I'm saying, that feel that Caucasians wanted to hear.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this shit is cool. What else do they got?
Yeah.
Right? Because before that, it was all this fucking
Remember,
NWA.
I remember a lot of
bullshit.
rappers were birthed through hardcore gangster rap Cube.
Yes.
NWA in general, but like
Yeah,
Cube.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Cube is the guy people identify in that whole thing. So a lot of people were birthed through that. And then they saw him change. Not only him, L Cool J, who you were slandering before. But
He's another one, though. He went from lover boy to now trying to be like...
he's been back and forth a few times. Like,
yeah,
this dude,
he started out with battling, like, hardcore body. And then he was like, yo, this shit made me a hit. Like,
and then he was like, yo,
girl
let me get
song?
back to...
That's it.
Then he went
And-
Phenomenon.
Nah, don't even, yo, damn, son. That's where shit went sour, dude.
That was bad.
At least Cube never did a fucking phenomenon.
That was bad. That was bad. But
oh, the lady, put your back into it. What was that song?
Yeah, it was on Friday.
He was reaching, man. Players Club. Reaching, man. It worked.
Yeah, that shit still rocks though. You hear that shit all the time, man. What are you talking about?
That's so sick. Oh, your lady, put your back into it.
You could do it. You could do it.
Oh, I don't fucking know. That's how much I ignored that shit, man. What I said earlier.
Oh, your ladies put your back into it. Yeah, some shit like that.
Yo, ladies, still put your back into it. Whatever. I guess we're gonna wrap it up here. Again, congratulations to Cube. Next week we'll be back with the guys or a guy. I don't fucking know. It's always a pleasure. And one thing I do want to say, like I really was planning on here, and I told you before, coming here dolo. And the message I wanted to send, I was joking about the whole fucking
You're welcome.
Going crazy. Yeah, damn right. Yo, Josh, not for real.
I just wondering.
I had bounced, and I'm like getting on the highway, like, damn, what am I gonna do in the show? And Josh hits me up like,
my bad,
man. Just woke up. I Ubered out. I was like, actually, I'm like a block away, dude. Came back and got him. But one thing I do want to, and I did a video earlier this week at Handsome Model on Instagram. Go check me out. You know what it is. Go out Valley to Dawn. The Flies dude doing the Ace of the A and D. Speaking on things of that nature, like taking shit into, especially going into, like, this year has been rough on everybody. We're ending the year off. I think people need to be a lot more focused on doing what they love and chasing it at all costs. Like, I was going to show up here and do the show dolo. It probably wouldn't have been an hour show or 2 hour show. Probably went in about 15 to 16 minutes, but it was more so on that, just speaking on pursuing shit no matter what's going on. And I think everybody's dropped the ball before, and this COVID shit, this quarantine, has woke a lot of people up to realizing we don't have time. Like, time is literally being pulled from us. We don't know where this government is going to be. We don't know what our freedoms are going to be. We got freedom taken away, right? But you still have the freedom to express yourself. Well, for now, because apparently Twitter's like editing people and shit like that. Rightfully so.
You sound like a fucking right-winger right now.
Yo, I'm not a right-winger. But guess what? If the right wing is going to be against being censored, 1,000%.
Nah, I'm against that.
They're
too.
censorers.
I'm against the censoring thing.
You don't think the right wing is censorers?
I'm saying this.
They don't want you speaking freely.
I'm not against. I'm not for the censoring shit. Even left wingers who do that too, I'm not for that shit. People can say whatever the fuck they want to say. I'm not against.
And they should. That's what the beauty of this podcast, right?
Why would you want people to hide the truth about themselves?
Or limit,
truth,
like
whatever,
if
man.
we put this podcast out, right? And I choose again to use a Trump cover.
Yeah.
And they're like, nope, not like. So now you're gonna limit my podcast because of that?
I'm with you.
Like, I get it when they stop it for certain songs being on the show and whatnot.
Yeah. But we lost that when we lost the whole. What was that internet battle?
I lost it.
No, what? Nah, that was ill though. But that big internet battle. What was it called? The internet.
I don't remember, man.
Come on, man. It was like 2 years ago. It was like 2 years ago. It was the biggest like battle on the internet.
The whole censorship shit.
Exactly, that kind of shit or whatever. I can't believe
it was because Zuckerberg, wasn't it?
Nah, man. The people were fighting for that for a long time, and the government basically was trying to. I think they're trying to like control internet so that they can actually. You have to pay for blocks.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Yo, that shit was crazy.
Well,
they would have done that.
They did it. They passed it. They could do it if they want to.
They could, but
Yeah,
they're not.
they haven't done it yet.
Well,
They
yeah.
can do it if they
Hence,
want to.
we're
They have the
looking
power
at
to
little
do it.
seedlings of it.
We're losing freedom in the internet. Is what I'm trying to show you.
Well, anyway, while we still have the freedom, that's kind of what I was going at. And even not, like, regardless of who your president is, regardless of who's going on, regardless of what's going on, you have to continue to chase your shit, chase what it is that moves you, what motivates you. A girl in one of the real estate groups that I'm in, she reached out to me because of the video I did, and she's like, yo, how do you do that? And I'm like, how do I do what? And she's like, the way you talk on camera, you seem like so comfortable. Like, I've been trying to make videos. I'm like, I envision my daughter. That's literally, before that, my focus was always like, what is Handsome in 20 years going to need to know about Handsome at this time? So it was more so journaling. And as of recent, it's been like, yo, God forbid I pass away or some shit like that happens. I don't want people speaking to Penelope about who I was and how I was and her wondering, damn, I wonder how my dad was. She got YouTube videos. She got IG videos. She got podcasts. She got every fucking thing possible. So whenever I do anything, it's with that focus in mind. So if you don't have that motivation, like, figure something out. But at the end of the day, my point is get going. Little by little, we're going to lose these opportunities, lose these chances. I'd rather have it set in stone now than say, oh, it's too late. Oh, I couldn't do it because this was happening. Oh, I couldn't do it because that was happening. Get it done. Get focused. COVID is going to take everybody down. Quarantine. Peace. Brooklyn. You know I'm going to edit that. I do it every week. I don't know why he still tries.
You know what's fucked up about that? I'm like, yo, I literally consciously put the effort to do
Brooklyn.
And I hear the podcast and I hear
we're in
Brooklyn.
Oh,
Brooklyn.
we're in Heart of Queens, by the way. We didn't mention it before.
Yeah,
so I guess we're not signing off. But I say it. We're in Heart of Queens.
Brooklyn. Drop.
Brooklyn. Everybody here is from Queens. No, I'm going to still cut it out. It's going to look kind of awkward afterwards. Everybody on the show is pretty much from Queens.
You are.
You know what I mean? Let me do my Brooklyn drop.
All right, cool.
Like East New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, by the way, go check out the Jex podcast. I know I said I wouldn't plug other people in, but that's my brother since like first grade, so it is what it is. Go ahead. Brooklyn. Yeah, I'm still going to edit it.
Damn, that was a back.
Brooklyn.
I didn't even know that's what he wanted me to say.
Queens? I'm going to put it so that your mouth is saying Queens, but it says Brooklyn.
That's going to be ill.
That shit will be funny. I'm going to do that. I don't know how to do that.